stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit. Air and ready. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Alabama had little trouble the last time they saw the Tigers blowing out Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama made a statement. They did it from the very opening whistle. They completely dominated the Tigers in all three facets of the game.
And the Tigers fans heard about it all year long. You know Bama loves to beat down Auburn in the Iron Bowl and brag about it for a year. Let's see how the Tigers respond to that.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Using his legs, it's Reese. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cantrell.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's McMahon. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Power ahead.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. Slam down again, and and they tried to just grind out this first down in 2 straight plays. They have been denied. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th. Next, going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
I love the aggressiveness early by this offense. 4th and goal, no problem. Putting the drive together, staying aggressive, and they get rewarded.
I like just paying the drive off, too, because it's the opening drive of the game. You've marched it down the field. You want to come away with a touchdown, right? And maybe the decision-making there for the coaches, listen, even if we don't get it, our defense is out in good field position. There's a lot of football left to go. We can make up for it later. I love the aggressive play call.
So Auburn's offense has its first opportunity of the day. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Pressure coming. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. Off play action on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? This time on target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cantrell. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Alabama rolling quickly downfield. Set up with another 1st down. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Going for the marker on the ground. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny's.
There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Tempo and overdrive.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stopped. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Cantrell. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he's going to bring it out. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a...
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Catch in the middle. It's Soto. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's low. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Bunch formation for these receivers. Hand off from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And now on second down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell in.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Lowe. Setting up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Motion from the back. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's McMahon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw on 3rd. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The give on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Auburn offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching your football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. It's a 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll do it himself. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. The give on the inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Still on his feet at the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll keep it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Give to the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Tide. The Tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's low. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The screen, and watch out. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll try it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. You see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees call it.
Leaves it with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to escape and get it himself. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep.
Oh, he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense got it. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Dropping back, it's low. Under fire. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They were up by 18 over South Carolina. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. It's a draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Pass to 45.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
Finds a man on the left. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. To throw, it's low. Punts it out of the air. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. They go to the ground.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them, they're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Got his man quickly. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Taking it the other way. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they turn it into a defensive score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Quick strike complete. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking downfield, it's low. Buys a little time with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Your defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Pass rush, going after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Here comes the offense on second down. They want that clock to run. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.